Good day, everyone. You're watching Beyond the Test Drive, and this week we're hanging with the Mazda 2024 CX-5 Turbo.
Not only were we hanging with the turbo version of the CX-5, we're in the top signature trim. This one's rocking in at around $42,000, but a couple things is that, number one, if you're in the turbo, you're shopping for the turbo, well, you're not cross-shopping this against cheaper CRVs and RAV4s. You're really cross-shopping this against higher, premium level entries. However, when you think about the non-turbo, that's Mazda's best-selling vehicle. So the non-turbo must be doing something right for it to be such a good seller. So why would you pick the turbo? And that's something we're going to hang out with this week and find out.
Two questions come to mind when we start talking CX-5. First is, when are they going to redesign it, if they're going to redesign it? And why would you choose the CX-5 and not the CX-50? That's
a question everybody faces, but when you look at the sales, people are continuing to choose the CX-5 over the 50. I don't think the 50's taken any sales away from the 5. It's actually just added to Mazda's overall sales. However, we will have a CX-50 in a couple weeks, and really looking forward to that. But getting back to your second question about when are they going to redesign this? Well, I think Mazda's a little bit in a conundrum because it is such a good seller. It does really compete well with the competition despite it being older. And I think one of the other things is that, it's hard to imagine any redesign would not adopt the new CX-90's exterior and interior design language. It's so good right now in its current form, but one day I think this is going to look like a mini CX-90.
But I love driving this. It's quick, it's fun. I feel like I'm kind of one with the car. It's not like big and bulky.
Yeah, if you're used to driving your CX-9, you have got to appreciate the weight savings here with this turbo engine. We're talking 250-ish horsepower, tons of torque, which your CX-9 has also. So yeah, this is so much more nimble.
I love how close the touchscreen. Oh, and the touchscreen.
Yeah,
I don't have a touchscreen.
Yeah, so look at that. Yeah, so new Mazda's slowly rolling out touch in their higher trim levels. Their scroll wheel, which I like, I'm a fan. Most Mazda people like the scroll wheel. You get used to it. You're used to it now. They are starting to, come through with the naysayers and answer the call to putting touch. Now, if you recall, the CX-90 and the Turbo 3 we just had also had touch for Apple CarPlay. However, it was so far away to reach. I never really I'd still use the scroll wheel, but this week, or at least the last couple of days, I've been finding this. It's been okay. This does have wireless charging. Apple CarPlay's hooked up pretty fast. I do think it's a little laggy. I don't know. No, actually, that's very true. I was kind of questioning yesterday if it was my internet or the how slow this was. But for the most part, it works pretty well, and you can touch it. So big thumbs up there. Again, this one is the top trim. You're not going to see this in some of the lower trim levels. Later in the video, we're going to go over what we think is the best turbo trim to buy. We'll go over all the features for those lower trims, but we got it all here. We got heated, cooled seats. They're ventilated. They're heated in the back. We got the top Napa leather. We do have a rather pedestrian sized sunroof up here, which the CX-50 solves, because that's going to have you can get the big old
panoramic
sunroof.
I'm looking forward to that.
This has the Bose system, and it sounds really, really good in the CX-5. It sounds okay in your 9. It sounds great in my 3, but here I think it sounds really, really good too. Smaller cabin. It's easier to fill a smaller cabin.
Deep crystal blue mica.
Yeah, this is a great blue. I do like Mazda's colors. And I'm not a big blue fan until you got your CX-9, but I really like all the...
Oh, yeah, look at the metal flake, the little flecks of metal.
Yeah, you can really see the metal flake in there. This is a mistake. I don't know what's going on there.
Yeah, maybe they ran out of paint. Because look, it's got the little flecks in it, but
no, it should be body colored. Okay. I don't know what's going on there. If you go, that should be body colored. In this signature trim, you do get the swiveling headlights, and if you get used to the swiveling headlights, you're gonna want to keep the swiveling headlights.
Especially on backcountry roads. You know, hey, I just saw something. Look at the front, at the very bottom.
Oh, that matches the mirrors.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So you have that eye.
I think it was intentional.
You see things I'm gonna skip over. Oh, now could you put any more badges on the back of a car? You got CX-5 signature all-wheel drive. It's got a Sky Active G.
And let's not forget it's turbo.
Before we dive into the back, I would like to give a hearty thank you to all of our subscribers. We really do appreciate you and all your support you provide us. And if you're not a subscriber, please consider coming along for the ride. Okay, show us the back. Power liftgate on this trim level. And look, there's a big old suitcase back here.
We're all ready to go.
You can put a couple big ones. This is about as big a suitcase there is, and it'll fit multiple ways.
I like the smaller, with the smaller car, your deck is a little lower. My deck is quite high. Nice low lift over height, which is really nice. You do get a big spare. There's your Bose subwoofer. There we go.
And you do have those nice levers to put the seats down.
Oh yeah, let me show you that. You ready? Watch this. Look at that.
Ready, race, 1, 2, 3, go. I won.
I thought we were going to do it together.
Oh, let me put this back in there. Here we go. So, yeah, see, pretty decent cargo area when you know, very usable. All right, put these up. Slide that back. Yeah, that's the 40-20-40 split is really nice.
Wow, very spacious.
You shut these doors again. This is just where the CX-5, like your CX-9.
I love the sound of that.
It's a solid thunk. I'm going to go out on a limb and say the CX-50 does not have that thunk, just from what I recall.
Really? CX-90 didn't either.
Headroom is great because this is square. I think when we do get the CX-50, I think we're going to see that it's a little bit lower back here.
There we go. Nice LEDs.
Oh yeah, I should mention that I think this does have a lot of nice lighting. I've noticed last night that we had some footwell ambient lighting. So this one does have, the signature does give you all the good lighting. Now I have found this wireless charger this last couple days has actually charged up my phone without...
You have to take the case off?
No, it works. But it's done it without melting it. You know, a couple things I noticed. I feel like I'm sitting really upright in the CX-5. Good visibility, almost like you're driving a bus. It doesn't take long hanging out with this to learn why or understand why people buy it. They go in a showroom. It's easy to get in and out, and then you sit up tall. That's what people want. Yeah. So, yeah, steering wheel feels good in this trim.
It's my same steering wheel.
Nope, I don't think it is.
Nope.
No, this one's soft. Yours is kind of...
No, mine's the same one.
Okay, all right.
We'll have to do a comparison.
I don't know. I like this one better than yours. All right. Anyway, do have the heads-up display. I didn't mention that. Okay, so this one's $42,000. This is the signature trim. We have 3 turbo trim levels, I think.
Yeah, 3. There's 8 trim levels altogether, but 3 are turbo.
If I'm up here at 42 and I want to drop down a trim...
Yeah, so you're going to lose a few things.
All right. Well, what do we lose if we want to save some money?
Well, you're going to lose this leather. This
brown,
particular leather.
Brown leather?
Yeah. Well, okay. Brown, yeah, I call it black.
Napa, premium Napa. I guess you go back to black or something. Yeah, right. I'm okay with that. So don't need that. Scratch it. 360
camera.
You know.
Yeah, actually, the length of this car, you don't really need it.
Yeah, that's kind of funny because in the Turbo 3, the hatch, you really do need that camera. Here, I could live without it.
Yeah, you've got good visibility here.
Yeah, so you're like a 360 camera snob, and if you're willing to give it up, I'm willing to give it up.
Yeah, not in my CX-9 though. So your wheels, you'll be happy about this. They go back to black. Navigation, you're going to lose. You're going to lose rear emergency braking. That's a good deal.
Yeah, that's a nice little safety feature.
The next trim level down is the carbon turbo.
Okay. And where does that start?
That starts around 38.8.
Okay. All right.
You're going to lose, a big thing is the color choices, which is kind of stinks. You're only going to get white and that sand color.
That zircon sand or whatever. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's a problem with the carbon trim is if you really do have to like the colors that they offer you, and they seem to switch them around all the time. So, but what else do you lose?
Mirrors, you're gonna lose those.
Okay. Well, you can. It's nice having power folded, but you can you can fold them manually.
How about on cold, chilly mornings, your heated steering wheel?
You lose the heated steering wheel?
You do.
Okay. All right.
And your heated rear seats.
All right. Nobody cares about
Your
people in the back seat.
may not be happy. Lose your traffic jam assist. Yeah, I don't use that too often. But hey, this is a big deal. You still get your ventilated front seats.
Okay, so you keep those, and you keep the wireless Apple CarPlay. Do you, I think, right? You don't lose it, right?
Yeah,
okay.
No, you keep that.
Okay. All right. So if you like the color, I'd go for carbon trim then. Save yourself some coin. You're definitely going to undercut the premium brands. And if you, I think what's the next one up again?
I think the premium is actually the way to go.
Yeah, I think that's the one to get. So you're going to come in under 40.
You got your color choices.
Yep, you're going to come in under 40. Okay, so good. So yeah, driving this, yeah, it's not as quick as I thought it was going to be with the turbo, but again, it's all that weight. It'll move if you ask it to. If you say, I really want to go, it'll zoom, but it doesn't naturally just get out in front of itself like that Turbo 3. And again, that's all related to weight. On a road like this is just a lot of fun. A lot of body lean there.
I was going to say, do you feel that body
It's a lot of body lean.
I'm holding on.
But the steering is so good. Yeah, the steering is so good, the body lean is okay. So, and the ride quality is just, they've always had, this is something they nailed in the CX-5 a long time ago, and they've just improved on it.
Well, I think that about wraps it up. So thanks for coming along with us today. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, and keep an eye out for all of our other content on this CX-5. I've yet to get it out on its highway fuel mileage run to see how this turbo does out on a trip. And also keep an eye out for that CX-50 coverage. Don't forget to leave your questions and comments below. And as always, have a great day, morning or evening,
wherever you may be.